Hi guys, it's been a long time since I've done a video. When I came across Keith Hershey Jr. asking us to describe our favorite spell using only flavor text and the effects of the spell without actually naming it. So I want you guys to guess, you probably already know, what the spell is and how it affects, obviously. So, we have a huge battlefield of people. We have our young wizard friend, Irving the Evoker. He sees down on the battlefield that his rogue, his elf rogue, his dwarven cleric, and his human fighter are fighting the orcs, and they're doing quite well. They're killing, a fair amount because they're mainly martial classes. The cleric is getting a few more because he's casting his inflict spells. When Irving thinks to himself, what fun spells have I brought with to play with today? So he turns, standing on his elevated position, and sees a group of orcs charging his friends. So he opens his spell book, flips through it to the proper page, and begins to form his hands in the air. And this tiny red-like glow begins to form. And the glow begins to get centered and centered and centered into the smaller and smaller point. A point about the size of a bead of this red glowing orb. He passes the orb into his hand. And then, while the orb is in his hand and still charging, he enhances it with his metamagic feats. And the orb travels to the tip of his finger, and the tiny pea-sized orb grows to the size of something about the size of a softball. He takes aim at the center of the orcs and fires the pea-sized orb into the center of the orcs. The orb flies, hits the orc in the center, explodes into this giant ball of flame, hitting all of them, killing them instantly. The rest of his party look up in dismay and in sheer awe of this wizard's power and of him destroying all of those orcs in a matter of seconds. So, that is my favorite spell, and also one of my favorite metamagic feats applied to it. Let's see if you guys can get it.